I don't give a love fuck what them bitches gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love fuck what them niggas gotta say. I'm a West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like that, man. Niggas, she know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the bad thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Those bitches on rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on how many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some way. I will never take up as a place. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I responded and called back. Oh Lord, and everything that they stole from us, fuck the shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the time. And that's why we affiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. We unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep the bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in the wicked. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, and we ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' scratch them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. But business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me, like niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Go. Yeah, I'm on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit. Friday, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I fed it, nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride
don't break the spin, no kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. And it feel like Jeepers Creepers. Hey, they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till that do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, find it. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried. I got Ray for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that Ecoline van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See, I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried. I got Ray for real.
My soul stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess see what my they play my niggas lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess see what my round. They play my niggas lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky, and that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen Heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
We're not muted.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that bitch, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the fuck. You around, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord. So that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas.
Wrap it up. Question. I got one question.
Yeah, right. It's not yet.
Was anybody first Christmas not celebrating it? Was anybody first Christmas? First Christmas in the truth? Yeah.
It's like, so, all phones on mute.
Yeah, your phone's on mute. I don't need to hear it. You said it's your first one not celebrating or your first one in the truth?
In the truth.
How'd it go?
I'm kind of used to not celebrating it anyway. Our kids, everything. So, it's going on.
Usually the more difficult part comes when you got a rig with some kids and they might be used to celebrating it. That's when that fight inside your household comes. You know what I'm saying? You know, New Year's Thursday, right? The white man's New Year's Thursday. Any questions around the holidays, we'll take them. Any questions off of that, we'll take them. So I want to make sure y'all come in here with questions, because y'all ain't got it. I'm gonna keep jumping into my topics, right? But y'all need to be studying when y'all not here. Okay. Give me Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 1. Or Akim and Iranium have it.
Everybody can read, just so y'all know. Whoever get it first, you know what I'm saying, is who can read.
For behold, the Lord of hosts, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water. Verse 2, the mighty men and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient.
What is the scripture talking about? Get into my topic. Anybody can answer. Y'all read it again.
Khan. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, starting at verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, doeth taketh away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water.
What is that talking about?
Could this be pertaining to the curses?
Obviously, the Lord's taking something away from us. It's obviously talking about the curses. You need to get specific.
From when they were freed from bondage from
you're doing a little too much. You think I'm asking for more than I'm asking for. The Lord is taking away our stay of bread. What is bread?
Food,
right? What do we also use bread for as a term?
Money.
in the whole state of war. You understand? Taking away our food, taking away our drink, taking away what makes us okay, what makes us stable. You
Right.
understand? The stay of bread and the stay of water, meaning you have bread in the house. I got loaves. You understand? I have water. I have cases of water. The Lord shall take that away. You understand? You might have some bread for the day, but you don't know if you got bread for tomorrow.
Right.
You might have a water bottle right now, but you don't know if you got more water bottles in the house. You understand?
Right.
He's going to take away your stay of bread, your stay of water, your stay in the staff, meaning what holds you up. You understand? Yeah.
The mighty men and the man of war,
Mhm.
the judge
Mhm.
and the prophet,
Who's the mighty man?
the priest,
Don't raise your hand if you want to answer.
sorry.
Good.
the priest.
John, good. No, read on. Like, read on.
Oh, okay. Come.
Man,
And the prudent
man,
and
you gotta
so
learn. I learn how you can read the scripture.
okay.
Good.
And the man of war,
Mhm.
the judge
Mhm.
and the prophet
Mhm.
and the prudent
Mhm.
and the ancient.
Mhm. What's the prudent? I'm looking for answers. I want y'all to answer. You know what I'm saying? I understand all of this stuff I'm breaking down to y'all. So when I'm asking, I want y'all to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Me teaching and edifying me. So I want y'all to understand what I'm trying to teach. What is the prudent? What is the definition of prudent?
It says
People that studying the word.
Give me more. What's prudent? What's the definition of prudent?
acting with or showing care and thought for the future. So meaning the ones that prophesy.
No, it's not prudent.
Okay.
Somebody just give me it's real simple. Give me the definition of prudent. A good way to start to understand the Bible, I got you, Adanya, is anytime you see a word you don't readily understand, you don't readily know the definition of, go ahead and pull out a Bible dictionary or dictionary and tell me what prudent is. Adanya, let me give him a shot. Man. No, you go ahead.
Marked by wisdom.
Marked by what?
Marked by wisdom.
Marked by wisdom. The prudent is the wise.
Okay.
You understand? The wise men, right? So it said, I'm going to remove the stay from Judah and Jerusalem. I'm going to take the stay and the staff. The stay, what's your stay? Your house. I'm going to take your stay. I'm going to take your staff, what holds you up. I'm going to take your bread, what feeds you, what sustains you. I'm going to take your water, what you drink when you're thirsty. You're going to lose your mighty men, your men of war, your judges, your prophets, your wise men. You understand? Read on.
Okay. The captain of 50.
And the ancient.
Oh, sorry. And the ancient.
Pages me, right?
I thought I heard you say it right, Salakia. And the ancient.
Mhm,
The captain of 50.
mhm,
And the honorable man.
mhm,
And the counselor.
mhm,
And the cunning artificer.
mhm.
And the eloquent orator.
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 Orator. What's
Orator.
What's an orator? In a second. Ayash,
That would be a strip of everything.
I'll be more specific. Good.
Most High is the one that's going to take all this stuff from it.
He is going to be the one to take it. But what exactly, sum up, what is he taking? By reading these 3 verses, what is he really taking from us? He's taking the blessings, but Daniel, I'm going to get you copied. Con, with the first verse, yeah, that's like the way you sustain your way of life. But with 1, 2, and 3, taking the bread and the water, mighty man, the wise man, captain of 50, counselor, the cunning artificer. What's an artificer? Dictionary. Boom. Real quick. Boom. Artificer. What's the cunning Kalapi? No, not artificer, but you had an answer or something?
No.
What is he really taking away? What do you need? If I give you this hint, you're probably gonna get it. So I want to give you the hint. Yeah?
The artificer is the skilled creator, inventor, and craftsperson.
Skilled inventor, creator, and craftsman. You understand? Somebody that know how to build, invent, make the light bulb, make the telephone, learn how to harness electricity. You understand? This person is going to remove away from us. He's going to remove our inventors, our creatives, and the people that push society forward. You understand?
Right.
What is this saying? So now let's recap. What is he taking away? A creator, an inventor, your money, your water, your food, the wise man, the counselor. The shop.
Taking away our foundation.
He is taking away our foundation, but now what's the foundation of Israel?
Decency and order.
Nah. Yeah, but nah, that's not what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, but that's not the answer. No, he ain't take them away. They always been right here. He ain't take those away, good.
Brotherhood.
No. What is required? Now I'm gonna give you a hint. What is required to bring Israel back? What is required? How did the truth come back into the earth? Pretty simple answer. You might think it's deep.
Being a fisher of men.
Being a fisher of men is how the truth came back into the earth.
Well, no, the Lord put his spirit back into the earth.
What is required? Who is required? A strong man. A strong man. You understand? A strong man. A brother who y'all seen that short on what's that cat? That homosexual that did the I don't know, you can say that on the internet.
Yeah.
That homosexual that light-skinned brother that said he blew Rod to feed his son.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
he did. Yeah,
Jesus.
he did gay OnlyFans to feed his son because the mother was not present. The mother wasn't present, and a bunch of other hardships he mentioned. So he said, "I did gay OnlyFans in order to feed my kid." He said, "My son come first, and yada 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 yada." You understand? He did that to feed his kids. That's what he said. What's that to you? Is that man sacrificing his manhood to feed his son? Is that a strong man? That's not a strong man, right? But he sacrificed for his kids. He did something that he said he would never do. Of course he did. He said he'd never do it, but he did it to feed his kids. Is that a strong man, though? You know, a strong man sacrifices, especially for those around him, especially for his family. So why is he not strong? Why is that not strong?
Because it wasn't a righteous sacrifice.
There's nothing wise about nothing he sacrificed.
Right.
You understand? A strong man is going to tell you what you should sacrifice and what you shouldn't sacrifice when it comes to raising your people. You understand? You don't need to take that. That job is oppressing people. That job is you are the street enforcer, locking black people up, beating them with batons and sending them to jail. Although they might offer you great pension and great salary, a wise man would tell you that's not going to help your people.
Right.
Your family might live somewhere nice, but the rest of the people, all the black people you come in contact with on a daily basis, are going to be destroyed by you. You understand? A wise man would stop him from saying it. A wise orator would prevent people like Farrakhan from standing up on a big stage and saying, "No justice, no peace." Or what do you say? Justice or else. Something. What do you say? What was that term? 2016. What was it? Not justice or else. Well, justice or else. Yeah, he said justice or else. And now he looks stupid because what's the or else?
Yeah.
Did we get justice tonight? We get no damn justice. So now how does Farrakhan look? Weak. He looks weak because you told our oppressor, we got to get justice or else. So the oppressor gave us no justice, and then he's going to ask, or else what? Now what are you going to do? You understand?
God.
If a wise man, an orator got up there and said that, got up there, we wouldn't have said that. You understand? There's no justice or else. Or else what? See, we lean on the Lord. Farrakhan is threatening what the Black Panthers threaten, right? Guns and retaliation, which would fail in front of a man blessed with war. You understand?
God.
But he's too ignorant to know that, so he got up there and ran his mouth, and it made no sense. And now the white man is just still, our oppressor is still playing us in the streets, and it means nothing. You understand?
Okay.
The cunning artificer, we wouldn't be going to our oppressor for his technology, for his advancements. You understand? But we wanted to be Christians and create the telephone. We wanted to be Christians and harness electricity. You understand? We wanted to be Christians and Muslims and create the refrigerator. You understand? We wanted to be these cunning artificers without the Lord. So the Lord said, no sweat. I got something for you. You want to make all that money and bite that turkey leg on Thursday night football prime time. I'll let you become a great quarterback. I watched that damn game. I'll let you become a great quarterback, Dak Prescott. And then you went on live television and ate that damn turkey, the people who slaughtered my sons, the Native Indians. No sweat. I'm going to take this from you. I'm going to take the cunning man from you, the cunning artificer, the orator. I think the Daniel throws his hands on you. The cunning artificer, the counselor. When you have problems, you say, I can't feed my family. I can't feed my family. Somebody's going to tell you you can't do OnlyFans to feed your family. You understand? Them sisters really need to hear. You understand? Them sisters really need to hear. You cannot do OnlyFans and say, but I did it to get through college. I stripped to get through college. I stripped because I have a 2-year-old and the daddy got slain in the streets. A counselor would tell you, since you made a bad decision one time, don't make 2 bad decisions. You understand? Don't make it twice. The Lord said, I'm going to take all the people away from you that could help you. All the wise men, I'm going to take them away that could help you. I'm going to take your money, and I'm going to take your water, and I'm going to take your clothes. You want some clothes on your back? Go to Old Navy. You understand? Dapper Dan tried to create a designer line without the Lord, and Gucci sued him into hell. You understand? Sued him into goddamn hell. Clothes fire. All the rappers wanted to wear it. Meaning, look, you got black people supporting black people. They love Dapper Dan more than they love Gucci. And Dapper Dan couldn't survive the Gucci lawsuits. Why? The Lord was not with Dapper Dan. You understand? That's how that works. So the Lord says, since you don't want me, I'm going to take everything about you that makes you a salt on earth. Everything that makes you special, all of the gifts and everything you bring to the earth, since you don't want to give the earth the one true thing that you're supposed to give to the earth, which is what, Ayash, what you said earlier. Law and order.
Law and order, come.
You don't want to give the laws to the earth. You understand? You don't want to enforce my laws, statutes, and commandments on this earth. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take everything. All the nice things that you get to do, dazzling on the television on Thursday night football, dazzling society with a refrigerator, dazzling with light bulbs. I'm going to take all of that from you. And the only way you'll get a light bulb is by purchasing it from a white man's store. The only way you're going to get a refrigerator is by going into the white man's Home Depot. The only way you're going to get a new idea off is by walking into that office and pitching it to that guy. You understand? I'm going to take everything from you. Not only that, now I'll take the prophets. You didn't want the laws. You didn't want the commandments. Read 2 again.
Come. Book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 2. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient.
And the ancient. I'm going to take everything from you. The man who could actually stop gang violence, who could actually stop it, who could stop the wars in the street, I'm going to take him from you. You understand? The brother who could solve whether or not you and this man should stay together and whether he should pay child support or not, and who's right and who's wrong in your marital issues, I'm going to take him out there. I'm going to remove him because you ain't listened to him when he was there. You ain't want to hear him. When he was telling you how to fix everything, you ain't want to hear it. So I'm going to take him from you. All right? Give me 3.
Come. The captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer and the eloquent orator.
Good.
Verse 4. And I will give children to their princes.
To be.
Salakia. And I will give children to be their princes.
I will give children to be their princes. All the wonderful things I just told everybody, right? All those wonderful things we have, the cunning artificer, the counselor, honorable man, wise man, the judge. I'm going to take all that. I'm going to give you a childlike man. I'm going to give you a child. You understand? Somebody that's going to say, sis, you know what, you're right. He should be paying child support. Sis, you absolutely right. How dare he have another woman? He's supposed to be committed to her. He ain't signed that damn piece of paper. Good night. Good night. Yeah, throw him in the jail cell. What's that that law where a man marries two women? Not bigotry. What is it called? Bigotry. No. When our oppressor calls it. Bigotry.
Oh yeah, bigotry. Yeah.
No. He calls it when you do that, when you like put your name on a piece of paper and sign marry one woman, and then you do it again with another woman without getting a paper divorce. It's bigotry. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna charge him with a crime. For exercising his God-given right, I'll charge him with a crime. That's a child. You understand? That's a child. I'm going to make you go. We should go to the white man. You understand? I want some clothes. Let's go to Old Navy. You understand? See, in ISUBK, we build businesses and we build people up and we build our people to go back to where we're supposed to be at. You understand? In the world, they're going to tell you go to the white man and kiss his behind and celebrate Christmas and celebrate the New Year. And maybe, just maybe, you'll have nice things. You understand? Maybe, just maybe, he'll let you be a people. You just got to go from being a Democrat to being MAGA. If you just go from Democrat to MAGA, you'll get the nice things. That's what you'll get. You understand? That's a child. That's a child. A child, you don't send a child to war. You don't send a child to speak on a stage. You don't send a child to speak in front of a microphone. You send a child to go to school, to learn. You understand? Mm-hmm. To learn. Children are going to be the ones that rule us. There's this, I think her name is Keita Rose. Her name is Keita Rose. She's on a panel of 3 of these, not 3, it's like 5. And they switch people in and out where they give relationship advice.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In that panel to the Tonight Conversation.
There's a group of them up there on the
Tonight Conversation.
Yeah. A couple of men and a couple of sisters.
There's a couple brothers and a couple sisters. Bigamy. Okay, no sweat. Bigamy, when the white man charges you with a crime for marrying 2 women. Okay. You understand? And they have something called a Tonight Conversation where all of these brothers and sisters sit on this panel and things to say. How to satisfy their man, what to take and what not to take from their man. And Keita Rose is a lesbian. She said, I tried sex with a girl and I realized I just like the real thing. I tried it and the relationship was too difficult to manage. I couldn't really get her emotions down and all that. And I said, damn, you a lesbian standing in front of an auditorium of black brothers and sisters trying to tell them exactly how to run their relationship. But you're a lesbian. Brother, these people, this is who's going to rule over us. Children. Mm-hmm. A woman who rubs carpet with another woman is going to sit there and tell your wife what she should and should not take from you. You understand? That's the people who the Lord is going to put over. They shall rule over them. Go ahead.
Come. And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable. Verse 6, when a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father, saying, thou hast clothing, be thou our ruler, and let this ruin be under thy hand.
Meaning what? Now, originally, when I put this together, I was putting this together to let brothers know you should be glad that you owe Christ your life. You understand? Because you could owe children your life. Let me tell you what I mean. You could owe Keita Rose But instead, if you want to, with this damn New Year coming up, all that New Year, new me crap, you could, Christ your life. There's somebody that could tell you exactly how to run your life. You understand? From start to end, somebody can tell you how to perfectly run your life, and you could owe that person your life. But in reality, in the world, what's going to happen is New Year, new me is going to come around, and they're going to say, I'm going to become a new person. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to stop doing this. Some internet thought named India Love, she like a Instagram model. And said she about 30 years old now, and said after all the rides she took in her life, she would like to be a mother and have some kids and somebody to treat her respectfully. And how could she possibly think anybody would treat her respectfully and correctly after dating 45 rappers? You understand? After dating 45 rappers, she wants somebody to give her kids and put a ring on it and only be with her. You understand? Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it. You know, Shannon Sharp got his podcast, Club Shay Shay.
With the Dr. Ho.
Yeah, Cheyenne Bryant. And Corey Holcomb blasted on it. He's like, what is she a doctor in? He looked it up.
I didn't see the interview.
Yeah.
I saw the clips of her telling Shannon he's basically a POS, piece of garbage, for having all those different baby mamas, for having all these different families. I done you? No. Dr. Ho went in front of Shannon Sharp, right?
Yeah, come.
Dr. Ho went in front of Shannon Sharp. Did she go in front of both?
I think she went on both of them.
She probably went in front of both, because Shannon Sharp got like 6 baby mamas too, if you ain't know that.
Yeah. And Corey Holcomb blasted
Yeah,
on
because
Cheyenne.
Blueface, that rapper Blueface, went on Shannon Sharp and told Shannon, Shannon was like, come on now, Blue, something, you got these baby mamas. And then he checked the hell out of him and said, you got more baby mamas than me. What are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Shannon thought he had an easy lick because the brother got all the tattoos on his face. He looked crazy, he banging Crip and all that. So he's like, oh, I could tell this brother how to run his life, and I could seem like a wise, ancient man. Blueface said, hold on, brother, you trying to talk to me for having all these women? You got all these women. You understand? But I think she went in front of both.
Yeah.
Dr. Ho went in front of both of them.
She went on Cam first, and then she went on Club Shay Shay.
Yeah. She went on Cam first, and then she went on Club
because
Shay.
Corey Holcomb blasted her for the interview she did on Cam Newton's
And what did
podcast.
Corey Holcomb say? Let me get you the
He
shot.
told her, like,
Can I get a refill?
you're a 45, 46-year-old woman, and you out here trying to give relationship advice, and you can't keep a man. And then they show clips of her at charity events and famous events and games and stuff, dressed scandalous. I'm talking about see-through. You see,
That's the picture I seen. She was in lingerie with blue underclothes underneath.
Her
Blue panties underneath.
her and a group of other old thoughts that can't keep no man, and they all together, and they got the nerve to try to give a relationship advice, but they trying to get married.
We actually talking about an individual named Dr.
No.
Cheyenne Bryant.
This is what I call.
The thought of Miss Prom.
She calls herself Dr. Bryant. I believe it's a practice in the white man's society that you can call yourself. Somebody could correct me.
Like Dr.
You
Umar?
can call yourself. He has a doctorate, but it's like you can get a doctorate in 2 different ways. You can go to school and get your doctorate the long way, or you can write a thesis on a topic and present it to a qualifying school, like a very prestigious school. And if your thesis is worthy, they'll give you the honorary doctor title. So you don't go for like 8 years, but if you present a thesis, so like, let's say you want to become a doctor in psychology, and you write a thesis on a topic that's covered in psychology at their school,
And I think that's
right?
what she
And your
did.
thesis is that of high regard.
No,
right? They would grade this highly in their school. They would give this an A or something like that. Whatever. It's probably a little more to it or whatever. But I know the premise is write a thesis, present it to said school or panel, and you can get an honorary doctor. Right?
And I think that's
That doesn't mean you could do surgery on people. That just means you're now Dr. Umar.
And
you're now Dr. Horvath.
And that's why Corey Holcomb been going back and forth on social media with her blasting about it, because he said, I looked it up, I did the research, I did the homework. What is she a doctor in? She ain't get no bachelor's degree or nothing like that. She ain't got no master's in nothing. So what is she a doctor of?
Right.
And then when she's doing Club Shay Shay, he's saying something, asking questions, and she's being triggered. How can you give advice when you're not healed? You haven't even gotten therapy for your issues. How can you expect to keep a man?
I hate those terms.
It's a lot, boys. Maybe she.
The heat.
Well, I'll put it like this: she's not in the truth,
She's not in the
so she won't be healed.
But let's operate from the framework of the people in the world. Even from the framework of the people in the world, she's got them. She's giving all this advice on what women should tolerate, should not tolerate, and she's going on men's podcasts checking men. But she's in the club dressed like the same whore that Cam Newton would approach, that Shannon Sharp would approach.
Facts.
You understand? It's ridiculous. You understand? It's absolutely ridiculous. Kashak, give me Romans 1:22.
Okay.
So
Good.
I'm sorry, be assured of what you're saying. This is a woman that's not married, right?
Come
Oh, she's been married a lot. She's been married a lot.
a lot.
Also, this is Thottimus Prime, who's been married multiple times, and
Elder 304.
has many husbands. I'll say it that way.
Come.
This is a person that been married multiple times, and she's trying to give advice to men about men having multiple women.
She's giving advice to men about men having multiple women. She's basically like going on men's podcast. You correct me if I'm wrong. You've probably seen more of it than I have. Checking men for how they handle their relationships.
Come.
Just to put it in a nutshell. She like Karen. She like Karen.
The one that was that
You seen the
one that
pictures on the internet.
you know what I'm talking about? The one that supposedly corrected DMX about how he talked to his son.
Nah.
That's differently.
That's somebody else. Long story short, this sister is trying to check men on some of their choices and some of their partners. All right.
Here we go.
And don't even mistake this for the fact that those brothers are right in all of the choices they made with those partners. Get good. Let that play. Hold on.
Let me share it.
Shannon.
Nope.
So then why do you want to bet on your number 2 with me or your number 5 with me? Why is it that me being the woman you chose,
Yes.
I got to be of some good character?
Yeah.
So my good character hasn't influenced you in any way to want
It made me want to do right.
to do better,
Yeah.
to do right.
But can I say
Hold on.
me?
I haven't watered any seeds in you.
Yeah, you have.
And so when
Slap.
No, hold on. Let it go.
those seeds are watered, right? And you start to grow. What about the pruning season within our relationship? So you just don't want to prune? Because if you don't want to prune, that means you don't want to grow. Because it takes pruning for growth.
Yes.
So explain to me. And even when we sow up the soil to plant new seeds,
Yeah.
there's seeds down there that get sowed up
Look.
that end up dead.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point do we grow together? This is one of the biggest deficits and issues within our Black community, of Black and men being in relationship. At what point do we grow? If you're not willing to grow, Fig Tree, at what point?
She don't want to be questioned.
And then when God cursed,
She's using words from the Bible on purpose. You know that?
God.
At what point planting seeds that won't grow? At what point, Fig Tree, are you going to grow? She's talking to him like from a place of moral authority. You understand? We all came into the truth because there was a brother sitting in the class that had moral authority, right? You saw General Hyman and he had moral authority over you. You understand? She's trying to talk to these brothers with moral authority that I'm right, you're wrong, you're the fig tree that won't grow, you're the seed that won't evolve. This is who you are, and why won't you change? Give me First Peter 3:1. Just y'all hold on a second. I know y'all probably got a lot to say because I know brothers hate when they hear this type of talk. Just give me a minute. Let me get the words of the Lord in here specifically because she's trying to use words from the Bible to strengthen her bullcrap. You understand? Yeah.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 1. Or I'll give it out of water, have it. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
Let me tell you what she's getting wrong here. And y'all brothers would know. Y'all may have heard the story. You know what I'm saying? We used to have a brother here whose wife won him over in conversation. You understand? The appropriate way. And I'm pretty sure there's brothers all across the nation whose wives came in first and then brought them in. You understand? Because that is 100% possible. And this is the moral authority she's trying to speak from. She said, by talking to me, have you not learned anything? Not talking to Shannon, between Shannon and her. She's saying in a relationship, me as the woman being better than, I'm telling you how she's talking. Me as the woman being better than you. Have you not learned from me that you should do this and do that and act better and do this? You understand? Here's the problem. When you are Dr. Ho, there is nothing that the man you are sleeping with is going to learn from you other than the fact that he approached you in the club and you were naked. You understand? There's nothing for him to learn from you. There's no words of wisdom that is going to come out of her mouth because when he met you, you were in the club in a fishnet with your blue thong showing. Do you understand? There's absolutely nothing for Shannon Sharp, hypothetically, if there was in a relationship, to learn from Dr. Bryant, from Miss Bryant. There's nothing for him to learn from her because she thinks that this is the situation that we're reading in 1 Peter 3. 1 second, I got you. Read on. Read 2. Somebody give me a definition of chaste. He's about to bring it up right now.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 2. While they behold your chastity,
Chaste.
while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear.
They behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. What is chaste? In this context is so important when you are reading the scriptures, which is why fake Israelites don't understand what they read. What is this saying here? What's the definition of chaste? Give me that.
Innocent of unlawful sexual intercourse.
That's one definition of chaste.
Pure in thought and act.
That's why I said context, right? So go down, read another one.
Severely simple in design or
Boom.
execution.
Severely simple in design or execution, or simple and restrained conversation. You understand? How many times have you been in an argument with a woman you either have now or used to have? And her conversation was neither simple nor restrained. It was argumentative, it was loud, it was combative, it was annoying, it would drive you away. How many of y'all know that your father went through that and that's why he wasn't around as much? You know that. You understand? That happens. You understand? It happens. And sometimes your father got too much, he still cared for your mother, so he don't even want to tell you exactly what ran him off. He'd rather sit there and let your mother just say, you understand? And brothers do need to learn how to pick women, but 2, how to deal with the woman that you got, right? Running off ain't always the solution or the answer that you need, right? But so many wives would win their husbands over with simple and restrained conversation. Everything in argument. You understand? Everything is not a back and forth. You don't got to get your point across all the goddamn time. And let me tell you something. I'm telling you something that men know. Damn, am I lying? Men know she running her damn mouth right now. You know what I'm finna do? I ain't going to say nothing to her. I'm going to ignore the whole conversation. I'm about to be real restrained because I could fly off the deep end. I ain't even about to entertain this. I'm going to the store. I ain't even about to do it. Men know that. Women sometimes get into this mode where they feel like there's no simple, there's no restrained. You have to go. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Why you didn't do this? And you will run that man off. You understand? You will run him off from your lack of simple and restrained conversation. And Dr. Bryant thinks that she's winning, she can win any man over because she has doctor in front of her damn name. Because she got doctor in front of her name, which is why she probably wrote that whatever thesis. She probably put the doctor there just because she wanted to. I ain't even sure she wrote a thesis. You understand? And it's not impressive. You understand? She probably just put it there, but let's say she did write her thesis. Because she wrote a thesis, Doc, she thinks she has the right to go on men's podcasts and address them about, mind you, about situations she knows nothing about. She don't know Shannon Sharpe personally. She don't know his women personally. She does not know what's the other one? Cam Newton personally, nor does she know his women, nor are either of their entire personal lives on the internet. But she approached them on their platform and came to them with moral authority. She is the type of woman that will be put over you and will ruin your life. The one that you're worried about whispering to your wife, when you see your wife and she around that friend and you go, I don't like her. What you mean you don't like her? I don't like her. I don't like her. You understand? Because you know that said woman is the exact type of woman that will subvert your wife. You understand? You know that. And you'll tell her, I don't like her. And she'll go, what do you mean? And you'll say something like, well, you know, hoes hang with hoes. I think she's a hoe. If you're not a hoe, you probably shouldn't hang with her. Then you might get offended and there'll be an argument instead of the simple and restrained conversation of, well, you know, I'm not going to be around. Or can we discuss why? You understand? These things don't happen. And Dr. Bryant has zero idea what field she's even stepping into. She's running her mouth because she has a vagina. You understand?
Yeah.
Because she has what men want. She thinks that gives her the authority to run her mouth. And that is not. If she understood simple and restrained conversation, Dr. Bryant might have not looked like a damn idiot on two different platforms. She might not have looked stupid. 3.
She was on the platform with her and the other old 304s.
Okay, she was on
Paul Pierce show playing something.
Oh, I forgot about that one too. Yeah.
You know, Paul Pierce liked them old hoes. Paul Pierce got kicked off of ESPN because he liked them hoes.
He pulled a car.
Because he know what. Let me tell you something. When Paul Pierce got kicked off ESPN, he owned that shit. He owned it straight up. They're not gonna kick me off because I'm partying with the thoughts.
Like whatever.
All right, whatever. It's ESPN. Let y'all have it. Whatever. I'm gonna start my own thing. All right, whatever.
Kevin Garnett.
I ain't seen none of these interviews y'all talking about. I only seen clips of Cam Newton and her and Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, nah, but him and Kevin Garnett, they
Give me,
have her on his
I
podcast.
got you. Give me 2 again.
Donald Kahn. Book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 2. While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear.
This is such a misunderstanding. The beginning of wisdom is what?
Fear of the Lord.
Fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord. When you are afraid of what could happen if you don't serve the Lord, you are too afraid to mess up with the Lord. The second you think your achievements are of yourself, your life is something that you curated. You brought your children into this world. You are doing all these things out into the world. The Lord is not real. A big bang happened, a big boom. We used to be apes. You understand? Jesus died so we can do whatever we want. The minute fear leaves your mind of the Lord is the minute you do whatever you want to do. You understand? When I discipline my sons, I don't let my family tell me anything about how I'm disciplined. You know why? Because they are going to tell me to stop. You're being too hard on him. Don't do that. Oh, you got to understand his feelings. Okay, I understand he's 4 years old. I understand that. And that's why I will repeatedly tell him the same thing over and over until he gets it. And sometimes you get popped. Sometimes you get a beating. Sometimes you want punishment. But I will tell you again and again and again. And as you grow, you'll remember the whoopings. You'll remember me telling you. You'll remember the fear that I put in you. When I said go upstairs and you did not go upstairs. you'll remember. You'll remember. Because you got beat. You'll remember. You understand? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. When you're afraid of what happens when you don't follow. You want good sons and daughters, fear of their father is necessary. The fear of their father. You understand? And a woman with simple conversation can have that same man be understanding, kind, and nurturing to her. You understand? And that's why this same verse says, if you had simple, restrained conversation coupled with fear. You understand? Coupled with fear. The way that you want a man, she's talking to him with moral authority, but the way that she wants a man to fear the Lord, to fear Jesus Christ, that's what she's doing. She's trying to pull the Jesus card on Shannon Sharp and Cam Newton. The way you want a man to fear Christ, to fear the Lord, you need to fear him. You understand? If I'm not going to follow him the way that I want him to follow the Lord, this whole thing blows up for me. You understand? This whole thing goes kaboom. You understand? If he tell me no, not to go out with such and such and such, and I go out and something bad happened, I shouldn't be surprised. He told me not to go. I can't tell you how many times. Don't do this. Do it. Boom. Fear. Bad things happen. Fear. You understand? Mm-hmm. One time, somebody had a hand up before you. Not, I get you. One time, I'm going to hang out with frickin' Frack. If y'all don't know who frickin' Frack is, that's this brother right here in the front row, and this brother right here on the computer.
Oh, whoa,
I'm going to hang out with frickin' Frack. And my rib is. I'm out, going. Pew! I leave. She calls herself trying to check me. What does she do? She goes outside, and she thinks I'm in this car that's on the block. She thinks I'm in this car that's on the block. And she walks up to the car all tough. I got tense, right? We get closer and closer and closer. And that's not me in the car. She said her heart dropped in her hands. Because you are outside at 9 in the morning, approaching a stranger's car. Because you think you coming to check me. You walking up on a whole drug deal. You understand? You walking up on a whole goddamn drug deal. And what's really about to happen is they about to go pew pew. You understand?
Good night.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
If only she stayed in the house and understood that I will go where I please, that wouldn't happen. You understand? Gets back from freaking Frack, 6, 7 in the morning.
Well, it wasn't for
6, 7 in the morning. All that venom she had just disappeared. Now her venom never disappears when I just leave and come back. There's always a little bit left over, and she got something to say. The venom was gone, and I ain't even, I'm just ignoring her. And then she told me the story. I said, so it sound like I ain't no running outside like, who did that? Who did not? The Lord has mercy on fools, and she was a fool. You understand? She was a fool. I said, I bet you will never do that again, will you? You will never walk outside and walk up to some car, thinking I'm in that car, trying to check me, trying to walk outside like we in a goddamn 90s movie and start and yapping at 1 in the morning. Fear. I said, I bet that scared the hell out of you, didn't it? If only you had some fear before that happened. If you had some fear before that, you would have never had to get fear from that damn car. You understand?
Okay.
But the fear is healthy in the right place. There's only one place it should be. That's of the Lord.
Right.
And wives to your husbands. First and foremost the Lord, but then also your husband. Brothers, fear of the Lord. And it is so healthy. You understand? It is so healthy because it stops you. I'm afraid. Do this is going to happen to me. Or this. Or any number of things the Lord is going to do to me. I don't even know what the Lord is going to do to me. You understand? I don't even know. If you was just afraid, when New Year came around, that New Year knew me, you would actually mean it. You understand? You actually mean it if you was changing for the Lord. Problem is, you're changing for nobody. You say it's for yourself. You're nothing. You're nobody special. You understand? You're one of 8 billion people. You're nobody special. You understand? And you're trying to change for you. No problem. That's why you never change. You understand? That's exactly why nothing ever happens every January. It's the same garbage. Every goddamn January. Thoughts want families, right? Drug dealers want to go honest and get good businesses. Never happens. You understand? It never happens because you are doing it for you. If only you did it for somebody who actually had power. You understand?
Okay.
Dr. Brian is really just, Dr. Ho. Y'all should go ahead.
I had a precept if you was plan on playing a little more of this because
I don't want to play no more.
it's about to get real good.
I'm sure it is. I don't want to make this the Dr. Ho class.
She about to get real zesty.
For Dr. Brian.
All right, and then I got a precept for it.
Is this marriage head? Because you covering me, because you refuse to be fruitful and multiply, fig tree. Then what? I didn't do my job? Or was I too controlling? Or was I trying to be your mama? Or was it that you chose to sit up there with branches, unfruitful, not multiplying, because you didn't want to be pruned for us to grow?
I don't even think, I know you itching to say something.
Triggered.
I don't even think she understands that the term be fruitful and multiply is to do exactly what the men who she's approaching is doing. She's saying, you got this branch, you won't be fruitful and multiply. You're trying to stop him from being fruitful and multiply. You're stopping him from going to get other women and having kids with other women.
Slides. I try not to cover this topic about dysfunction as much as there are other topics. But this one is very taking the hell out of me. I don't know where this woman come from. I do. Right?
From the church.
I don't understand. He is talking to another man, talking to a man. When the scriptures say, a woman should not usurp authority, right? The scripture says this, right? But this woman is trying to tell a man what to do, how to move, and
that's why I pulled this? Because what you're saying is right. What you're saying is she's trying to be in charge of him, but she's trying to do it in the way that I just described in 1 Peter 3:1. Wives, win your husband over with conversation. That's why a good Christian woman, understand me.
You sound right.
A good Christian woman is very good at this. This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to usurp authority. That's why I said Satan, don't ever underestimate Satan. Satan don't do what he do for nothing. It's not for nothing. Oh, if only you learned something from me, you'd actually be a man. You'd be a man. You won't even be fruitful and much. She don't even know what she's saying. She's putting a bunch of malarkey together, and she presenting it with biblical words that's hitting him in his head and triggering memories of church from when he was a child. Damn, I think Pastor said that word before. Is that true? She cut me. That's why he can't do nothing but say what? Yup, you're right, yup. Because he thinks he's being cut. He thinks he is, and he's not even being cut. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And here's usurping authority. She's doing it like this. She's doing it like, if you only listen. Let me let him finish. Yeah. No.
He's only doing, she's like you said, she's doing it in a Steve way. She's doing what most Christian pastors is doing today in the Christian church. The disgusting part of it all, though, the most disgusting part is a whore. This is the bona fide harlot that's known. When I never knew who this girl was until I looked at the picture and seen her on screen. I said, oh, she's a harlot. I seen her in this and that, and she's always been naked every time I seen her. I've never seen her dressed appropriately. This is disgusting.
Right, so, I was going to echo exactly what you were saying and exactly what also Shaka was saying. But y'all may not know that it's rumored, allegedly, that she is that she is an alternative lifestyle living.
Of course.
I'm not surprised.
She has a bonafide stud that she hangs out with all the.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah,
Figures.
that's why her last relationship didn't
So
work.
a plastic rod taker is trying to correct the original man. No sweat, brother. No sweat. And let me tell you, let me get some checks.
If I may,
I got
because I got a free simple. You know,
you.
you kind of took it.
Okay, give me the preset. What's the preset?
It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Y'all kind of jumped the gun on that.
Here's the point. Like I said, when you dealing with a good Christian woman, she will know how to twist it. Say again, Robbie.
1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 12.
2 and 12. When you're dealing with a good Christian woman, she can take it and twist it. You
Yeah.
understand? She could take it and do what she want to do with it and say, she'll never pull a verse because she learned from the pastor. She'll never pull a verse. She'll go, "Fig tree, why don't you grow?" And you'll think she's saying something deep. When you Shannon Sharp grew up in the South, you're from the South, right?
Yeah, Baptist.
Grew up in the South and you had an outhouse for a bathroom and all that. And somebody said, "Fig tree, why don't you grow?" You
Grandma said that.
My grandmama used to
grandma
say
said that to me
that.
one time. She's about as good as my grandma. And you start listening. And when you're unlearned, you get caught with the garbage. And she's really saying nothing.
Right.
She's saying so much nothing that she tried to check him for doing something that the Lord told him. She said, "Why aren't you being fruitful and multiplying?" And any man who was not afraid in that moment, let me say something. She had fear in Shannon's heart. She had fear in Cam Newton's heart because they thought she was speaking with moral authority from God because of the words she used. So they said, "Damn, I can't go against her because it's going to look like I'm going against my Christian God." She's saying nothing. Why aren't you being fruitful and multiply? Hold on, wait, hold on. I am. What are you talking about? I am. And she just started fumbling. Just started fumbling. Brother, she's a good Christian. She's good. She's very good. She know how to be in the club just like a hoe, hanging with a stud, taking plastic rod. But she know how to sit on Shannon Sharp couch and make him feel like garbage by having multiple kids with multiple women.
Sloppy. So I had just 2 parts. This woman don't have no kids.
La.
She had the most high price. So she don't got no kids. And this woman is going on here. It's another one.
She had 40s too.
It's another one, right? That got on a podcast. What's the one Captain Cesario went dude with the big beard?
The one that came to the Passover.
Light-skinned brother. He got his own podcast. There's always a lot of girls on there.
The heavyset dude that came out.
No,
Not him?
He ain't got no beard.
No, not the heavyset dude. Not the heavyset dude. I know that.
Oh,
But
the
one
other dude.
Cesario.
No Fugazi. No Fugazi podcast.
That
Cooley.
the big beard.
Yeah, Cooley.
All right. It was a woman that went on his podcast, right?
Huh?
She sprouted the same thing. She was,
I know what he's talking about.
and when he cut her deep, and he said, "But who are you to be telling a man how to do manly things when you're a woman and you can't even keep a man?" This broad
Yeah.
had many men, same one like this, like they saying. So I don't understand why no man has told her that.
Because they don't see a problem with a woman having many men because they believe I've had many women. I'm no better than her for having many men because they believe marriage is a sanctity between one man only having one woman. It's a case of not understanding. It's a case of being unlearned. You understand? That's really what it is. It's just a case of they don't know no better, and she's preying on it. You understand? These women that get on the podcast and sound smart, what you got to look for is the mentality of predator, not a sexual predator, but like a predator that looks for opportunity. And I want the weak deer. You understand? I want the deer in the back. He don't run as fast. That's easy. You understand? Let me look at Cam. Let me examine Cam Newton's life. Let's see. Where can I attack him? Let me examine what Shannon Sharp has said and what we know about him publicly. Attack him. You understand? Somebody knock? Okay. You understand? Let's do that. That's the point of what she's doing and what she's saying. You understand?
Okay.
She's being a very good Christian, and you have to learn how to battle this way. You understand? You have to learn, because Christianity will make you powerful in demonic ways that you don't even know. Right? I think I told you before, I love those Christian little demonic movies. I love all that fake fairy tale crap. That's my junk. Love it. You understand? Because it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
Real demonic powers is like that. The power to get in front of a man who I am supposed to be converting. You understand? We are supposed to go on Cam Newton's podcast and tell Cam Newton, nah, brother, you ain't wrong for having multiple kids or multiple women. You're wrong for not keeping. That's what you're wrong for doing. You ain't wrong for none of that crap Dr. Bryant said. You wrong because you had sex with all these women and you didn't keep them. You understand?
Okay.
You wrong for other things, not the things Dr. Bryant said. That is a man who's supposed to be a prince of power.
Okay.
And that demonic power she got from Christianity shook him to his core, because he thought he was going against his Christian God if he said anything to her negative. I can't come back what she's saying, because it's going to look like, and I'm going to feel like I'm going against my God.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Okay.
Give me a second. I gotta move on.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Give me Matthew 26 and 53.
So we done with this video.
Yeah, give me Luke 5 and 37.
Okay.
Give me Luke 5 and 37.
I'll keep it right there just in case.
If ain't nobody out there, come back in.
Yeah,
I'm ready to shop.
hopefully that sign ain't fly off. It's been windy as I don't know what out there.
Huh?
Said hopefully the sign ain't fly off the wall because I know it's windy out there.
Hey, dang, the sign's wild.
Because I had to move.
Is the sign good? The sign.
Yeah, because I had to fix some cans when I came in.
Yeah, I forget.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 37. Or I can have it. And no man putteth.
You want to wait for a
Okay,
response?
sorry.
He asking out to rush your response so he don't move on without you. So,
Wow.
Okay. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. It's the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 37. Or Akim and Aguathium have it. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish.
one more time.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 37. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish.
This is a beautiful, little breakdown right here. Because you literally cannot put new wine into old bottles. You understand? So if you have a bottle of wine and you're aging it for some years, aging it, keeping it in that glass bottle, once you use that wine and try to put new wine into that old bottle, that bottle will literally bust. It will literally break. Something about the wine and the fermentation process and the aging process does something to the glass, it breaks the glass. You understand? New wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottle shall perish. Now, what is this a metaphor for? Hey, I'll get somebody else.
Any newbies want to try it?
What is this? You can read it one more time. I get a refill.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 37.
Mm-hmm.
And no man putteth new wine into old bottles,
Mm-hmm.
else the new wine will burst the bottles
Mm-hmm.
and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish. Anyone that's not rooted already.
Question, sir?
It's for them. He wants to know, do they know what that means? He said, of course we know, so that's why I can't raise my hand yet. You ready? All right.
No.
You want to read it one more time?
You ain't got no answer? New wine into an old bottle. Give it to Kalaki. It's all right.
Like trying like somebody like say it again.
Read it one more time.
Go ahead.
And no man put in new wine into old bottles.
She don't get it, I'm gonna give it to Ayana. I know both of y'all know it, that's why. Yeah. Never too old to change.
Oh, right, but like somebody.
Abana?
Can't be in the group and keep up with your own lifestyle.
That's too wild. Now, getting around part, that's too wild. That's the thing is, now, I'm gonna give you some great understanding on it. New wine is what? What is the new wine shop? What's the new wine? Information. The new information, the information you got of the truth. What's the old bottle?
All right, the old bottle is
You about to do too much. I see. What's the it was in your reposition his body.
The old Jew.
It's you. The body, you're the body. You're the old body. Stop both his feet.
my chain. Fix my chain.
Then
Then not get too deep.
You can't take this new information into that old wine. You understand? You can't take the new wine into the old bottle. Right? So the new wine is the information that you can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. We don't celebrate holidays, shake-ups, tattoos, cutting in your body for the dead and stuff. Some people get the in jail, they get branded, they put the brand on them. So that's unlawful. Things like that. That's all the laws is the new wine. The old bottle is if you're trying to stay the same person or keep some of your same behaviors, but take in the new information. You can't do that. People in the world call this eat the meat, spit out the bones. I'm gonna just eat the meat, spit out the bones. I listen to this, and I listen to that, and I listen to the whole text when they say this, and the Nubians when they say, not eat the meat, spit out the bones. Whatever's good, I take. Whatever's not. You're trying to put new wine into the old bottle. Meaning, whoever says something you like, okay, I'm gonna keep this because I like that part. And as soon as that doctrine says something you don't like, you dodge it, dip it. You understand? So like you might take this part from the Israelites, this part from the Christians, this part from the Muslims, this part from Kemet, and then you try to marry it all and put it in your body, and you become an idiot.
Right.
That's what you become. You become an idiot. You understand? When in reality, even if somebody is in something that's not the truth, meaning they're in a lie, right? I respect them more if you're in the lie totally. You understand?
Right.
You're not just a Muslim, you're an imam. You know, I'm an imam. I'm all the way, yeah, I'm riding Muhammad. Yup, Muhammad married a 9-year-old. Yup. But it's lawful because if they try to stick with that bull crap and not marry it with Buddhism, because you can't tell me I follow Muhammad, but Muhammad was wrong when he did this with the 9-year-old. Muhammad was wrong when he married 365 gods and made them into one and called it out. Yeah, I was wrong. We shouldn't have did that. But the rest of Islam, I agree with. You can't do that. You understand? The rest of Islam is good. It's all good. But those two things, you know what I'm saying? I don't rock with the Sunnis. I'm a Shiite. You can't do that. You understand?
God.
You can't do that. You gonna be in something, just go ahead and be all the way in it and take that new wine and take that new bottle. You understand? But what we're just talking about, obviously, is the truth, man.
So isn't it like being lukewarm?
That is being lukewarm. If you taking some of the truth and some Christianity and you don't want to change this part of yourself, you gotta just straight up give up whatever you know. Whatever you think is right, give it up. You understand? when you come in here, just come in. Let me tell you the right way to come in here. I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't do this. I'm researching a little bit of things, a little bit of this, a little bit of that here and there. When I walked in, before I went to a class, I walked in front of the camp. Watched class online. And before I ever went to a class, I sat in front of the camp. I stood outside the camp. I stood outside that camp, and I realized I don't know nothing that I thought. I could hear the breakdowns. You understand? I can understand this and what and all of blah, blah. But when I stood in front of the men who do it, day to day, every day, and they live it, I realized how inferior I was and what I lacked. I'm standing there and they speaking at the camp, this brother reading, and this brother up there talking, and this brother holding posts. This brother, we used to do give out t-shirts at camp. This brother right here about t-shirts, and I'm like, whole operation going on. I'm over here reading in my room. You understand? I'm like I don't know nothing. I'm like, so I sit there the whole camp. I leave and I go, I'm tripping. All that in the house, taking down the notes and putting the breakdowns together don't amount to showing up.
Yeah.
And I went to, I think that was a Saturday. I was in, it was a Captain Cox's class. So it might have been a Tuesday. I went, got on the train and went to Captain Cox's class. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? It was over after that.
And then you went to a good
I had
class.
to be there because it's like I'm watching them online and I'm taking these notes and I'm like, I went there and so I remember Captain Zakar was speaking and I'm like, this is worlds apart. Me sitting in there listening to class and taking my notes from my room while they all together in the room, and then I'm on the internet and not going to class. I'm like, as soon as I went there to the camp, I'm like, this is I ain't really know what the hell I was getting into. Boom. So when I came and sat in the class, I said, I don't know nothing. Even the notes I took, I'm going to sit here and hold my tongue until the Lord allowed me to speak. You understand? And then when I had questions and stuff, then I started asking and stuff like that. But I sat there and I made sure I understood that I checked myself when I walked in the door. I'm here thinking, you got the breakdown on John 3:16. And let me not disrespect these brothers and the work that I see them putting in. And I'm gonna go to this class and I'm gonna sit the hell down and shut down. And then I ask some questions and stuff like that, and then it's almost like it clicked. Now I really understood the breakdown. Now I really understood what I was getting into. You understand? Because I was determined to not try to take this new wine and put it into this whole pot. You understand? I was determined. Just read on 37 from the middle. Else the new wine.
The book of Luke, chapter 5, middle of verse 37. Else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish.
So the new wine will burst the bottles. The truth is going to transform you. You're the bottle. The truth is going to transform you. Transform you. So if you're a new wine, come in with a new bottle. You know what I'm saying? Come in ready with a new bottle. If not, it's going to burst the bottle. Instead of changing you, it's going to destroy you. You understand? Because now, I agree with everything they're saying except smoking weed. I don't agree with that. I think we should be allowed to smoke weed. Came from the earth. It grew from here. Weed is going to destroy you. You understand? The information that you can't do it, but you still want to do it, now the Lord can convict you. You understand? You was already getting beat up in the world, but once you know I can't smoke weed biblically, and then you go, I don't agree, I'm going to keep smoking weed. That's going to destroy you. It's going to burst your bottle and be spilled, and the bottle shall perish. You understand? Yeah.
All right. Now, I heard this precept from a whole different aspect. I like the way you broke it down. I heard this precept from General Muhammad. And at the same time, I heard this precept. I didn't fully understand it until he broke it down, and I felt like he was personalizing it, like he was talking directly to me when he wasn't even talking to me. I'm in the house. I got General Behind class on. I'm rolling up my blunt. Now, this applies for those that's on the fence too. You watching classes. You might have came a couple of times. You starting to get it, but you're still not fully shedding yourself for the world. That's why I'm breaking this down, because I went through this. So I'm sitting there. I'm watching General Muhammad's class, rolling up my blunt. I'm sitting there. I'm smoking, and he did one of these right here. He said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you. I know you high. You high right now." And he did one of these right here. Dropped his glasses, and he said, "I'm talking to you. I'm home. I'm in Jersey. He in Harlem." I'm like, how he know? I'm putting it out there. I'm like, how he know? You like, you high right now? I see you. But what I had to understand was he was talking to my demon. He was talking to my spirit. He was talking through me, not directly to me. But it was enough to give me the fear of God. And I was like, how did he know? So I had to understand, and that's how I learned, because even Kashak gave me that precept before and said, you can't put old wine, you can't put new wine in an old bottle. You know, you gotta shed yourself. You gotta stop eating shrimp. You gotta stop smoking that weed. Because I stopped a lot of the other stuff, but I just couldn't stop frying my shrimp. I loved it. And I didn't want to let the weed go. But eventually I had to, because again, that bottle will burst. You can't put new wine in an old bottle. Your bottle will burst. You can't do it. So that was the point that I had to stop being on the fence, because the scripture that tell you about that, you can't be lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord put you in a special place for that one. And that's almost as worse than the punishments itself. By being in the truth and still being lukewarm about certain stuff, cardinally.
Not in the truth.
Well,
by learning the truth,
right. Can't do it.
You're not in the truth.
Right. You got to make a choice. You either going to be in the world or be in the truth. There's no gray area. For those that try to find that gray area, it's like
scripture y'all talking about, the Lord says, I don't want to understand it.
It's saying the exact same thing that right now we're in Luke 5:37. They spew you out is the same thing that it's saying in Luke. Read the last line. Else the new bottle, else the new wine.
Else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish.
It's the same thing. I will spew you out, meaning if you're gonna play with the truth, I'm gonna spit you right on that floor. Your wine is gonna spill and your bottle will bust. You understand?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You're going to unalive.
Right. Yeah.
You understand?
We call it basic stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a straight up meeting room. You're gonna ask you why was you playing?
You don't want to pull up on you. You don't want the Lord to pull up on you.
Why was you playing? You understand? Give me 38.
Verse 38. But new wine must be put into new bottles, and both be preserved.
And both are preserved. New wine must be put into new bottles, and both are preserved. You'll live, and the truth will get pushed if you just take the new information and put it into a new man. Yeah.
Verse 39. No man also having drunk old wine straightway desireth new, for he saith the old is better.
What does that talk about? Read it one more time.
Colonel Khan, it says, no man also having drunk old wine straightway
also having drunk old wine
desireth new.
Straightway desireth new. No man who drunk old wine straightway desires new. What is that talking about? Jean?
Your old self, not the desire. This new wisdom.
What straightway mean?
The righteous one. No. Say it again. That part.
No man also having drunk old wine straightway desireth new, for he saith the old is better.
Straightway. It's straightway talking about we just did that part.
Having drunk old wine straightway desireth new.
Straightway.
Straightway is the person that's
straightway is immediately. Straightway means immediately.
So the old
Read it again. You gonna read it?
No man also having drunk old wine
No man that drunk old wine
straightway
immediately.
desireth new.
Uh-huh.
For he saith the old is better.
What is this talking about? The truth needs some time to work.
Yeah.
You understand? The truth needs some time. You're not gonna run into somebody in the middle of their sin and go, blah 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 blah, black, Spanish, Native Indians, the Israelites, and the next day they perfect. It don't work like that. You understand? No man that drunk old wine immediately desires new.
Right.
Meaning, if you just stop smoking weed, you ain't really trying to do everything the truth entails. But if you commit yourself to just what you're being told by the men above you, you sit your behind in class and you just change yourself from what the men above you is telling you, just little by little. Yeah, you know you can't smoke with weed. Brothers be coming to class smelling like marijuana. What? No brother that smokes weed is going to immediately want to stop smoking weed. You understand? It's just not going to happen. He's not going to immediately desire new life. You understand? But if you give him time, he might first stop smoking weed. You understand? Then he might not have a problem with pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Brother, like me, I'm allergic to all shellfish. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never had a problem with the shrimp, crab, lobster. No problem. Boom. I don't want to do pork. You know what I'm saying? Never did pork. Boom. I ain't got a problem with that. But so brother that smoke weed, he might have a problem with that, but the weed might be an issue. So he might come to class once or twice, smell like marijuana. I've been in class with General Hyman. He like, I smell the marijuana on y'all. I wasn't smoking, so I started looking around looking for you niggas hot. He said, one of y'all, he said, you smell like weed right now. I smell it. I'm in here. I smell it. And we in MLK Rec Center on 115, and I'm like,
got good nose. Like,
but you get a brother time, and 2 weeks later, when he come to that same class, you don't smell no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The truth might need some time to work, because if he just immediately was drinking that old wine, being who he was, you don't expect somebody to go from doing whatever the hell he was doing to being absolutely perfect in 3 days. You don't expect it. What you do expect is progress. You understand?
Yeah.
You expect progress. Because straightway means immediately, meaning at some point, I expect you to desire the new wine. Meaning what? I tell you can't have no tattoos, you might be like, damn, I love getting tattoos. I know some brothers that love getting tattoos. They will straight up tell you, I love getting tattoos. Well, I got tattoos. This one mean this. This one mean that. That's one of my back men. I got no tattoos. Brothers be into tattoos. In it. Eventually, I tell you can't get tats. You may not desire it, but I fully expect you to stop. You understand?
Right.
And eventually, I expect you to desire the new wine. Now you love the laws. You understand? I don't care what you like at first. I don't care. You come in here, change your life. But eventually, you're going to be in here the correct way. You'll desire order. You'll desire decency. You'll desire to follow what we follow. You understand? It might not happen immediately. It might not happen straight away, but it will happen. You understand? Or your bottom.
It's like with the scripture you just read in that part, right? That part right there is some demons are harder to fight than others. Use that scripture as well with this.
What scripture you talking about?
The scripture,
Some of what Paul said he got a thorn in his side continually. You can use that. I mean, you can use that. Straightways, no man having drunk old wine, straightway desire is new. It's more like a continuation scripture, not really a precept. Paul is saying you'll always have at least one demon your entire life, right? That don't mean a demon is on you, meaning you're about to make a bad decision. You see what I'm saying? That don't mean a demon is on you, but you might smell weed and matter of fact, it kind of did though. If you smell weed and you want to smoke it, that's a demon. You understand? You want to smoke it, that's a demon. So that Some brothers, I don't know no brother that does that, but weed, usually something else, but say weed is your one demon, right? And usually you never have the urge for weed. Your brother in the truth, 4 years strong, 3 years, 4 years, 5, 6, 7. But every now and again, once a year, once every 2 years, sometimes you smell something, you go, get a flashback when you was high. Damn, it's at the time of my life. And you got to remember that ain't you no more. And it will usually happen around the time where Satan will position you to where getting high will feel good now, right? Just got fired, shorty tripping, landlord talking about this, that, and the third. Die, man. Oh, that smells magnificent. Matter of fact, I remember last time I was getting evicted, it just made all the stress go away. You understand? Brothers don't understand. These brothers don't understand what I'm going through, man. You know what? Hey, Bobby. You understand? Let it go. So it might be stuck with you, but if you get through it, it might not be immediate, but if you get through it, you can get through anything in the truth. If you stick to it, you can get through anything. But you might not immediately desire everything that comes with the truth. There's things that you're going to get told, and you're going to be like, oh, what? Let me stop. Let me stop the voice. You're going to be like, I don't want to. You understand? I don't want to. For what? You understand? For what? And eventually, when you stay long enough, you'll realize the brothers that are in here are correct. They're right. All the time. You understand? You'll realize. Because it comes from Commander General on down. You'll realize it. As long as a brother is following the counsel and the orders of the ISUPK, he's going to be right. And you might not like it. You understand? You might not like it. Ayash might call Adanya. Adanya might tell him something. Ayash might say, I ain't feeling that. I don't know why he said that. I ain't really trying to. And then he's going to do it and realize Adanya was right anyway. You understand? He was right. You know why? Because when it comes from the Lord, it's going to be correct. You might not like it at first, but down the line, another brother might call Ayash with a similar question. And then Ayash going to pass that same advice he got 2 years ago from somebody else. Right on down the ladder. And that brother going to be like, what? Man, hell no. Everybody in here that got advice, they said hell no to. Hell no. What are you talking about? Hell no. And then you knew better, so you said, all right, man, you do it, man. That's what I'm talking about. So you did it. It worked out. It went the way it was supposed to go. And now you got to sit there and reflect and say, this mother. Right. But then somebody's going to call you down the line and you're going to go, yeah, brother, you got to do this. And you'll feel it on the phone. He's in his head saying, mother, what me? And you're going to say, I was there. I was there. Just humor me. Just do it. Just humor me. Humor me. Do it and then come back to me. You know what I'm saying? We all been there. And you might not immediately desire everything, but if you stay here long enough and you truly want to serve this king, you'll desire everything in the truth. You understand? You'll desire complete decency, complete order. You'll have no need for slack. You'll have no desire for bullcrap. You understand? You won't have a desire for it. Christ said he's austere, he's cold, calculated, measured. I'm too up on that. You ain't gotta, you good on that. Give me Genesis 32 and 22.
Okay. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 22. Or Akim and Aquathium have it. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok.
Oh, shut.
It say took his how many wives?
Good. Read it again.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 22. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok. Verse 23. And he took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had. Verse 24.
It's talking about Jacob, all right? Just let y'all know this is talking about Jacob, good?
And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
So Jacob was left alone. He just in the middle of the night, he just chilling. He under a tree, chilling in his tent, chilling, whatever. And the man came and just started to fight with him. So he want to fight. So Jacob get up like, "What's up?" Now they start tussling. Yeah.
And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and
so now look, the man that came to fight him is realizing I'm not beating him. I'm not winning. They wrestling, they fighting, they throwing punches, and I'm not winning. So now he touches the hollow of his thigh. So just think like the interior of your thigh right here. Your joint is right, your pelvic area, where it connects your groin to where your legs start. Right? That's the joint where your thigh starts.
Yeah.
It's a joint right there, right? Good.
he touched the hollow of his thigh.
Just think of action figure. When you move the leg,
Yeah.
and that's the joint, right?
And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint.
So he knocked his thigh, he knocked his leg out of the joint. If you ever popped your shoulder out of joint, you know what I'm saying? I popped my shoulder out of joint during the track. Boom! Pop right about the joint. I said, "Oh, I'm cooked." they trying to smoke me in there. Pop right out the joint. I done popped my shoulder out the joint a couple times. Slight pain, but really you need to pop it back in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pop it back in. So right now, Jacob, and when you do that, right, he can't really use it. So his leg is out of the joint. So it's kind of like in a lot of pain and not fully functional. Good.
Okay. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." And he said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me."
The man wrestling with Jacob said, "Look, he popped his thigh out. His thigh don't work. His leg not working. He's still fighting. He's still swinging. He's still trying to put him in a full Nelson. He's still doing the whole thing." He said, "Damn, let me go, brother. I just dislocated your leg." He said, "No." He got him in the chokehold like, "You ain't going nowhere. It's not happening until you bless me." You understand? Jacob understood that he was wrestling with an angel. You understand? He understood that this man was no ordinary man to just approach him in the middle of the night and wrestle with him. And to simply touch his leg and pop the thigh, pop his leg joint out. He understood this was no regular man. He said, "Let me go." He said, "Come on, man, I just popped your leg out of place. Let me go." He said, "Hell no. You're going to bless me before I let you go, because I know what this is."
Verse 27. And he said unto him, "What is thy name?" And he said, "Jacob."
They still fighting. Look, they ain't stopping, stand up. They still fighting. So he like, "What is your name?" He's like, "I'm Jacob." You about the whole list. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 28. And he said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed."
Jacob said, "You might have popped my leg out of place. You came in the middle of the night, I'm chilling. You understand? Just imagine you in the house chilling. You got your long johns on and your socks, controlling your hand. Somebody go ding dong, put it down. You walk outside like square. Like, yo, what?
Wobble up.
You never seen this cat before. You ain't got no outstanding beef. Square. What's up, bro? You just control on the couch. Boom. You outside. Scrap. This is random. Pop that. Boom. You go, "Let me go. I'm not letting you go unless you bless me." It ain't happening. You understand? Y'all right? I think I heard Cookie son.
You doing this to Cookies?
He said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." Outside, he wrestling. Boom. He said, "You know what? Your name ain't gonna be Jacob." So what's your name? He said, "Jacob." You ain't Jacob, you Israel. You understand? You Israel. You ain't Jacob, you are Israel. You understand? What is the significance of this story?
This was the beginning of Jacob becoming the progenitor of all the 12 tribes of Israel.
What's the significance of this? I didn't say he was wrong, but that ain't the significance I'm talking about. Oh,
You gotta take turns.
Jacob fighting for what he wants.
Fighting his ass off. Fighting his ass off. He said, the man told him, let me go. Man, the man is, he damn near, he's pseudo giving up. He like fake giving up. Damn, let me go, bro. I just popped your red out of place in the whole nine. He like, no, you went through all the trouble to disturb me while I'm chilling. You gonna bless me. You understand? Meaning you gonna acknowledge that I did not back down. I just put in that pain. You just walked up on me. I'm by a tree. You understand? I'm chilling by this damn shell or this tree or whatever. You walked up on me. You gonna bless me. You gonna acknowledge that I ain't give up. He fighting. He said, "I ain't damn it. Forget it. What's your name?" Jacob. No, your name ain't Jacob. Your name is Israel. You understand? Your name is Israel. The significant part of this is Jacob refused all the turmoil that he's going through in the middle of that fight. Now, there's a reason the Lord gave it to you like this too. There's a reason it happened like this, and that is given to us like this. We understand physically fighting. You understand that. You understand when there's a winner. You understand when there's a loser, right? The guy with the fat eye, busted mouth on the ground, he lost. You understand? The cat that's just breathing heavy, popped his collar and walked off, talking his smack, probably won. You understand? It's a little easy to determine, right? Cat knocked out cold blocks. You understand that easy. He wanted to show you in the middle of a fight. Jacob said, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. This ain't happening. To the point where an angel blessed him and said, well, you willing to fight for this? He said, yeah, I want that blessing. You ain't Jacob, you're Israel. You understand? You are worthy to be the progenitor of my tribe, the forefather of these tribes. You understand? You are worthy of that. And brother, if you want to be worthy of your name, whatever your name may be, you want to be worthy, there's a fight in front of you. You understand? There's a fight, and whether your leg get popped out of place, whether your shoulder get popped out of place, whether you break your damn neck in the middle of the fight, you get cancer, brother. Well, I don't know if y'all probably don't see it all over Facebook. It's just brothers beating cancer. Y'all might not know. In IXUPK, we whoop cancer ass. Up and down the street, put them in a chokehold, full Nelson, make it say daddy, the whole goddamn night. You understand? There's brothers and sisters in the school whooping cancer ass. I've seen 2 sisters and 2 brothers so far whoop cancer's ass. You understand? This year, 2025, excuse me. You understand? I've seen it. Inside this school. Brother, whatever battle you come in front of, if you are not prepared to whoop ass, and I'm saying it on purpose, I do curse for no reason off camera. But on camera, I say that with a purpose. You understand? If you ain't ready to go to war with cancer, broken leg, a rib that might leave you, rib that might die on you, kids that might leave you, kids that might become 18 and say, I'm not coming in the truth. You understand? You might do your damnness to follow the Lord. Christ might not come back till 2060. We all gonna have kids, and they all go, and what if they all say, I'm not coming? You gonna stop serving the Lord? Your wife say, I'm leaving. I'm gonna see that. 15 years, 20 years of service to the brother, and just say, I'm killing. You understand? Or you gonna leave? Or you gonna stop your fight? Jacob put that man in a full Nelson, leg broke. And the Lord gave it to us in a physical fight so we can understand. Because brothers understand needs. You understand? Cats understand. Bang, boom, boom, bop, boom. That's what they understand. Got something. You understand? Got something. Let me put this story in there and you can understand. The same way how if you get in your behind whooped in the street fight, something in you instinctively says, oh, he hitting me clean. He just hit me clean too many times. I need to dip, dodge, boom, choke him out before I lose. You understand? I got to keep fighting until I can't fight. That's the brother we want to be. The brother that's going to keep fighting until he can't fight. So we got to put you under the damn ground. You understand? Until you got to be under the ground. That's the brother that we want. That's the brother that you're going to become in there. You understand? You are going to become the brother that nobody can choke out, physically or metaphorically. Nobody can break your leg and make you stop fighting. Cancer can't attack you. Child support can't attack you. The government can't attack you. Prison can't attack you and stop you. My brother in jail right now. Y'all stop in prison right now. Raising an army in prison. You understand? Men that when they come home are going to serve the Lord. You understand? If you ain't gonna fight like that, you're in the wrong spot. I don't care what your problem is, physical, metaphorical, spiritual, full Nelson choke hold. We owe it to each other, we owe it to the Lord. You're gonna be around, when you come around, you're gonna see men of honor, men of distinguish. You understand? Men of meaning, men of seriousness, men who are austere like their king. You're gonna be around those brothers. All your problems need to go in a damn choke. Headshots. You understand? Body bags buried. You understand?
Come.
So that new year, new me is garbage. And Clark, you know that all goes for women as well.
Of course, yeah.
That new year, new me is garbage. It's garbage. Nobody. You know who? Yeah, new man, new job, new money. All that garbage. You know what's serious? You and your decision to serve the Lord is serious. That's what's serious. When you got a problem and you think, I can't disappoint Commanding General, because he ain't disappointed us. I think he is.
Right.
You understand? That man held on to this to give me a chance in 2025 to do right. He had to do right from the 80s to give me a chance 40 fucking years later. You understand? Oh, I ain't going up. You understand? You fight like Jacob. And that's why Jacob earned his name to be Israel. All right. With that, we'll pass this class over to Prison Officer 500 Green.
IHBK security announcements. Good IHBK start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to a brother. The envelope, if you have cash, take an envelope, give it to the teacher, or you can go online, ishbk.com. Console. ishbk.com and hit the tithes and donation button and get it on like that. Numbers 18, verse 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10.
Rashad, answer that and tell him, hold on. Y'all don't worry about that. Don't worry about that right now. Rashad, just tell him, hold on. Yeah.
Being 10th in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocation,
For Rim,
the Feast of Purim,
the 2nd of March, March 2nd and March 3rd, so Monday and a Tuesday. It's feast both days. We got a good amount of time in between now and then to do it big. We're gonna try to do it big. As y'all know, it's a long day off. We're gonna do it big, all right? Games, music, the whole lot. Good.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. With that, visual, I'm marching with me to stand. I'm Michael Shabbat.